Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, ain't feeling good to make you fly. Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, ain't feeling good to make you fly. Here we go.
Hello, good afternoon, all of you.
Sky is so high,
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, today we are going to focus on the importance of pronunciation. As a part of conversational English, the first thing that comes to the mind is pronunciation. How do you effectively pronounce your words, and how to have the variability of stress in the various sentences and the environment around you? Where are you? At what kind of situation you are? And what should be your the wavelength of your tone? So we will also have a couple of examples played today. As an instructor, I want to see everybody, on their videos and ensure everybody is actively participating in the session. So let it be Sandhya, Avishna, everybody, please be proactive when you are involved in the sessions. So everybody can note down what is pronunciation. The pronunciation is definitely the biggest thing that people notice when you're speaking English. So anybody can even have an advanced vocabulary, or even if you're using a simple grammar, you need to know how to pronounce a particular word. So when to learn how to stabilize or how to perfect your pronunciation skills. For example, if you're speaking in an interview, you might answer the questions the right way, but the way you communicate, a lot of mother tongue influence will be there, a lot of accent influence will be there. Some people will try to speak English better, but they'll end up using high stress on the words, and that will lead into the wrong pronunciation. And especially when students are with aviation industry, you will have a lot of circumstances where you would not directly interact with people. Maybe you will have your carryover mics or for interaction from one location to another, and at that particular point of time you will end up communicating to one, that is the staff and the terminus will be communicated of a passenger getting delayed. So when you communicate, there are certain code words which you need to say, and you should be perfect when you speak that kind of coded languages. So when to learn pronunciation? When you have high heavy mother tongue influence, you need to really think about correcting your pronunciation skills. And to avoid fillers, how do you avoid fillers? What are fillers? First thing is, fillers are the things which you use. Like whenever you are communicating, you'll use I'm thinking about. So dragging a particular sentence, searching for a word, you will start using fillers. So instead of that, replacing the fillers with certain kind of an expression. Like I say, people will say, oh really? So these kind of words will help you to fill in the gaps and make your communication process good. So when you want you to have a good communication skills, other than vocabulary, other than grammar, the main important thing would be how you pronounce a particular word and how a person hears it on the other side, or if the person listening to you gets the same word or letter which you are planning to convey to them. So what's the next thing? So what are the things which we need to take when we are teaching pronunciation? We need to see what kind of a task we are communicating about, what is the goal, and how the other person is happy about you communicate. For example, you tell something, whether you are able to understand me or not. So the satisfaction depends on how good you pronounce to one person to another person. Everybody would not understand your language. Why is that? When you start reading a paragraph, in childhood you would have gone to school, you would have started reading a paragraph from maybe your English book, right? So in that time, maybe you would have heard, not everybody in the class would understand you. Some people forget to communicate saying commas, pauses, exclamatory marks. These are the important things when you're reading out a paragraph. But when you're reading it out, you need to ensure you cannot say comma, exclamatory mark. It's about how you express yourself through the paragraph. If you are talking a story. So when you need to know about when you need to really think about pronunciation before, at the time when you're learning the vocabulary words, the high frequency words utilized in your aviation industry, start learning them along with how to pronounce the word. How to acquire pronunciation as a result of exposure and interaction in the environment of the target language and its culture. That is, naturally, how are you going to acquire it? For example, tomorrow you are going to work in an airport and you are there, you are every day getting familiarized with different kind of passengers, national passengers, international passengers. So these people have varied accent. You are meeting a person from US, they'll have a different accent. So you will get familiarized with how a person from UK is going to pronounce a particular word, how a person from US is going to. There is a lot of difference from UK, US, even an Australian. If a French is speaking English, there will be a lot of grammatical flaws. So when you are in a particular environment, you will start recognizing the difference of one particular word being pronounced in few different ways based on the language, their nativity, and that is the natural difference we establish. And now when we are getting trained on the right pronunciation, providing a good pronunciation, like for example, you people will have exercise every day, you will have vocal exercises, you will start recording your voice. So this is what I'm going to give as a homework for you today. I want every single student to record your own voice and send it across in my email today. I'll be giving each of you one paragraph. So it will be posted in the chat end of the session. So that paragraph should be read by all of you. And the voice should be recorded. We will see the differences tomorrow and we will highlight who has done the good job. Right? I'll even say who is having flaws there. Because until unless we see what you are speaking, I will go on speaking and you will go on listening. I cannot correct your flaws. So when I am teaching or training you, I want everybody to submit your assignments to me back so that I can correct where your pronunciation is going wrong. Meanwhile, we will definitely do exercise and visualize what are the simple things which you can observe how different the same word or an alphabet is pronounced in different locations. So the written language is a significant source when you can grab in things. And when you are having big words, like for example, you are talking about entrepreneur. A lot of people have difficulty in having pronunciation entrepreneur. Now, then we can split up the words. We can read it separately, and then you start pronouncing. That's how we need to look into things. Let's take a small example. The word S. This has 5 different pronunciations. If you can see, are you able to see my screen, all of you? You're able to see the screen? Alright. So this letter S, it is there in the words basic, because, sugar, casual, acyl, island. So when you see this letter S, in the basic, the sound of S is S, basic. Because it is Z. If you can observe, because it is Z. Rose, it is Z. Z is the pronunciation. That is, when you speak, it is pronounced differently. But you will write. For example, if I say rose to a person, generally R-O-Z-E, they might end up writing, but the spelling is R-O-S. So we cannot say rose. No, it's rose. That's how it is spelled. And sugar, that means there is a silence before sure. As in just casual, that means there is a half S pronounced there. Usually, television, right? So Aisle means here in Aisle and Ireland, Isle, we call it not Aisle, it's Isle. We don't say it Aisle. So the mistake here students make usually is Isle. And then when you write, when I say Isle, now and I'm reading it out Isle, you have to pen it down Aisle. That means there will be a spelling mistake which will be happening. So you need to understand how a word is pronounced. When I say Isle, it is Aisle. When I say island, it is not Iland, it is Island, island. So this is where you start recognizing what difference pronunciation acts between written and spoken English. So when you see, these are the things which you can say: bow, cough, dow. Cough, when you say cough, the spelling ends with F. Dow, it is D-E. Ow, E-N-U, it's a reverse. Rough, again the spelling ends with F. Thorough, it is O-U, it's thorough. That means you are able to differentiate, all of you, how the sounds are. Bow, it's A-U, O. You have to not touch your lips, it's bow, ow. And when you say cough, it is off, something like off. That is, you are on and off, you are on a weekly off, something like that when you say. So same spelling will come, cough. But here O-U-G-H, you are spelling it in different ways. How O-U-G-H is getting spelled? The basic difference, it's bow, cough, dow, rough, thorough, it's O, hiccup, it's spelled in the last as P. That is, you are ending hiccup as P. You are closing your lips when you say hiccup. And that's when you have this pronunciation right. So you can see the difference. So a slight difference is when you speak hiccup, and when you write it down, it's H-I-C-C-O-U-G-H, hiccup. So that's where you need to practice. So now you will know, when you start learning vocabulary, you need to ensure you have to have a differentiation and have a very good observing skills. Until you have very good observing skills, you cannot differentiate between each word and where is the difference. So when I look into an international passenger, when I convey a message to him, maybe he might not understand me completely until unless I have the right accent, the right pronunciation. Even if I pronounce the word right way, the person from UK or US will know it in the wrong way. Then also we'll have some, a problem. So to a foreign speaker, when you are conveying a message, you need to understand the message. When another person, international person, says a message, you need to understand the message, and you should have a positive face. That means you need to tolerate. Even then, you should never react that you cannot understand a person. You should try understanding the person, and you need to have a good tolerance level when you start speaking to somebody. And expectation, there is every person, when they listen to you, you are speaking to the you have an expectation. Neutral accent will get established only when you have a good pronunciation skills. Okay. So you need to be, first thing is, you need to be comfortable when you speak with the word. You need to be aware what meaning it says. So you need to be knowing the meaning, the vocabulary, the word itself, and how it is getting pronounced at different locations. Okay. When I say hotel, you have a difference. When you say horse, you have a difference. So these are all things you've learned when you've learned your vowels in your childhood. So how do you put across the content? Segmental and supra-segmental. What is segmental? That is, there are sound variations in the way you speak, your pitch of your speech. And then there is a rhythm. There are certain words which have a rhythm, maybe rhyming words. And intonations like apostrophe when I said island, and when you have a stress on a letter. Okay, so it is I. I stress on the letter I and not on S. So there is a stress on the letter. So supra-segmental. That is, you're breaking up a particular word into certain smaller segments. Okay, and then you are speaking. So how do you see it? Okay, accent, teachability, intelligibility, integration, difference with the L2 of the segment, perception, production, institutional requirements, and time availability. So factors affecting pronunciation. What are the things that might hinder your pronunciation? One is, you people are very young, so the age criteria will not be a bar for you to improve your pronunciation till now. And some people need good motivation. There'll be people saying, why are you still, why are you still going? So you need to have positive motivation and a good attitude to correct your mistakes. And you need to always learn the language in the field you're going to enter. So you people all have to pick up a couple of conversations from the aviation industry and try to observe what kind of vocabulary is used, how we need to pronounce it. So take an example of the environment where you will work and accordingly start working on your pronunciation skills or vocabulary or word building skills. And what might affect your pronunciation will be, where do you come from, which base you come from, whether you come from a science background, whether you come from an arts background. So what will affect you, whether you come from a basic regional language, you've never been a part of an English medium school or something like that, might affect your communication, because you will be first time listening to a particular word, which might take time for you to get used to the word first and then work on the pronunciation. So when I'm talking about the basic requirements is the learning habits. That is, you need to have practice every day. If you need to correct your pronunciation, you need to have practice every day, and people have to correct you through course of time. This will happen only when you start speaking. So first is, you need to identify what is the right pronunciation. Practicing on a wrong pronunciation will not help you at all, right? So you need to identify the right communication, and you need to make sure. Helen, I want your camera a bit down. I'm not able to see you, and you should always be in right grooming standards when you're listening to class. Put your camera a bit down. We need to see you in the right way. All of you, maintain the good posture when you sit for a class. It will help you to be more attentive in the class. So, listening, discrimination, control and guided practice, and communication tasks. So, I am planning all these activities for you. So, first thing, you have to be aware about the right pronunciation. Second thing, what is the meaning it will have, how different the particular word is pronounced in every different situations has to be realized, and then a control guided practice. You need to have a practice on these words, and only then you can fix your pronunciation. It's like something like you go to a doctor, you have a tentative problem which can be resolved. So it's like a medicinal dosage. You start taking every day a bit of your dosage and start pronouncing the words. That means your pronunciation will be perfect end of the day. Okay? All of you are there with me? Any doubts till now regarding your pronunciation?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No doubts till now? Okay. So we are going to do a small activity, right, to do the pronunciation. We are going to listen to a particular video which I've kept it for you guys. Maybe you people will like it. I hope everybody knows this person.
Okay.
I'm restarting the session. I heard that students are not able to see the conversation.
So high, don't know how to fly, April is yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, and it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with April today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with April today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with April today. Fly away, oh. Set your standards high, hold your head high, here we go. Sky is so high, don't know how to fly. April is yet to make you fly.
యువర్ ప్లస్ స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నాను.
I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, and it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with April today. Fly away, 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 oh. Rise over the sky. Set your standards high. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Sky is so high. Don't know how to fly. April is yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day, and it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna
Ma'am, your mic is off.
someday. Oh, oh.
Sorry, what is that?
Ma'am, audio not coming.
Set your standards high, hold your heads high, here we go. Sky is so high, don't know how to fly. April is yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, and it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna fly one day, I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with April today. Fly away, oh. Fly you stand aside. Hold your head high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Aim for this year to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your standards high. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Here we go. Aim for this year to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your standards high. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Here we go. Aim for this year to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your standards high. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Here we go. Aim for this year to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. Sure, I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a thrill today. Fly away, oh. Fly you stand aside. Hold your head high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Aim for this yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your stand aside. Hold your head high. Here we go. Here we go. The sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Aim for this yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your stand aside. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Aim for this yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Fly away with a friend today. Fly away, oh. Rise over the sky. Set your stand aside. Hold your heads high. Here we go. Here we go. The sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Aim for this yet to make you fly. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. And it's gonna feel so right someday. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna fly one day. I'm gonna spread my wings someday. Oh, oh. Fly away with a friend
So guys, in this session, the earlier video which I showed to you, Mr. Bean had going through his birthday program, and you people were seeing a video where there was no audio at all initially. That is, there were only certain dialogues which were spoken, and rest was understood the way the person is presenting on it. But however, when the narrator right now, he was narrating the entire video. In the second video which was going through, that particular instant there were certain differences, there were highlights in the video. Was everybody able to observe that?
Yes, ma'am.
All of
But
you?
it was not audible.
It was not
not
audible.
audible.
But you were going through the complete content. If you want, I can read it for you, people. Okay.
Okay.
The stress of every word, the change in vocabulary, when you're saying a dialogue, that is, when you're saying a monologue or a dialogue, that particular time, how the person, the narrator, changes his voice modulation, the tone of the pronunciation, everything has an impact in this particular video. I'll be sharing the video link to you people. So, how can I make this important day a happy day? 1 minute. I'll start the session so that you people have a differentiation. It was Mr. Bean's birthday and he wanted to enjoy it. What could he do? How can I make this important day a happy day? He thought. I know, I will walk to a restaurant first. Mr. Bean didn't often eat in restaurants. They were sometimes very expensive. And he sometimes did things wrong when he was in a new or a strange place. Oh dear, life wasn't easy for Mr. Bean. That evening, Mr. Bean put on a clean shirt. He put on his best coat and trousers. He put on his best shoes. Then he drove to a restaurant in the center of town. He arrived at 8 o'clock and went inside. It was a very nice restaurant. Everybody was wearing their best clothes and there were flowers on every table. I'm going to like it here, thought Mr. Bean. This is a good restaurant for my birthday dinner. The manager met him at the door. Good evening, sir, he said. How are you? Would you like a table for one? Yes, please, said Mr. Bean. Follow me, sir, said the manager. He walked across the room to a table and Mr. Bean went after him. Here you are, sir, said the manager. This is a nice table. He pulled the chair away from the table. Then he waited for Mr. Bean to sit down. Mr. Bean looked at him. Why is he taking my chair away? Thought Mr. Bean. What's he doing? And he pulled the chair away from the manager and sat down quickly. When the manager went away, Mr. Bean sat quietly for a minute. Then he remembered something. He took a birthday card and an envelope out of his jacket. Next, he took out a pen and wrote "Happy Birthday, Mr. Bean" inside the card. Then he put the card into the envelope and wrote his name on the outside of it. He put it on the table and put his pen back into his jacket. After a minute or two, Mr. Bean pretended to see the card for the first time. Oh, a card for me, he said. He opened the envelope and took out the card. He read it carefully. Now, that's nice, he said. Somebody remembered my birthday. And he stood the card on his table. The manager arrived with the menu and gave it to Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean started to read it. Oh dear, he thought. Everything's very expensive. What can I have? Mr. Bean got out his money. He had £10 note and some coins. He put the money onto a plate. How much have I got? He said. And he moved the money round on the plate. 55, 11 pounds and 55 pence. He looked at the menu again. What could he eat for 11 pounds and 55? Yes, said Mr. Bean. He put his finger on the menu. I'll have that, please. The manager looked at the menu. The steak tartare, sir. Yes, of course. Yes, said Mr. Bean. Steak. The manager took the menu and went away. Mr. Bean sat and looked around the restaurant. There were a lot of people in the room. There was a man and a woman at the next table. They ate and talked. Suddenly, a waiter arrived at Mr. Bean's table with a bottle of wine. "Would you like to try the wine, sir?" he said. "Oh, yes, please," said Mr. Bean. The waiter put some wine in Mr. Bean's glass and Mr. Bean had a drink. It was very nice, he smiled. And the waiter tried to put more wine into the glass. Of course, the waiter was right. First, the customer tries his wine. When he is happy with it, the waiter gives him more wine. But Mr. Bean didn't know this and he quickly put his hand across the glass. "No, thank you," he said. "I don't drink wine when I'm driving." The waiter looked at him strangely and walked away. He didn't say, "Why did you try the wine when you didn't want it, you stupid man?" Mr. Bean took the knife from the table and started to play with it. He pretended to be a bad man. He pretended to push the knife into somebody, but he didn't really want to kill anybody, of course. It was a game. The woman at the next table looked at him angrily, and Mr. Bean quickly moved the knife. Next, he hit the glasses and the plate on his table with it. Ping, 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 they went. And after a minute, he played the song "Happy Birthday" on the glass. He smiled and thought, "I'm very clever." But the woman at the next table didn't think that's clever. "Oh yes, that's funny," she thought. "That man's really stupid," and she looked hard at Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean put the knife down and looked at his napkin. "It's a very nice napkin," he thought. The waiter saw Mr. Bean looking at his napkin. He didn't say anything, but suddenly, click, he opened it for Mr. Bean. "That's clever," thought Mr. Bean. "I'll try that." And he began to move his napkin. Click, click, click. Suddenly, the napkin flew out of his hand. It flew across onto the next table. The woman at the table looked around again, but Mr. Bean pretended not to see her. His face said, "It's not my napkin." A minute later, the waiter arrived with his food. There was a large cover on the plate, and Mr. Bean couldn't see the food. But he gave the waiter the money on the table. Customers don't usually give a waiter money when he arrives with the food, but the waiter didn't say anything. He took the money and put it in his jacket. Mr. Bean was happy. "I'm doing everything right," he thought. The waiter took the cover off the plate and walked away. Mr. Bean looked at food in front of him. He put his nose near the meat and smelled it. Then he put his ear next to it. "What's this?" he thought. He put some of the meat into his mouth. Suddenly, the manager arrived at his table. "Is everything all right, sir?" he asked. "Are you happy with everything?" Said Mr. Bean. He smiled. The manager smiled too. He walked away and Mr. Bean's face changed. There was no smile now. "Ah," he thought. "They didn't cook this meat." But he had to eat it. "I don't want people to think that I'm stupid," he thought. "But I'll never ask for steak tartare again. Never." He pushed his plate away, but then the waiter went past his table. "Is everything all right, sir?" he asked. "Oh yes," said Mr. Bean. He smiled. "Yes, everything's very nice, thank you." He smiled and pretended to eat some meat. But the waiter went away before Mr. Bean put it into his mouth. "What can I do with it?" he thought. "I can't eat this. Where can I hide it?" Then he had an idea. Carefully, he put the meat into the mustard pot and put the cover on it. "Where can I put some now?" he thought. "I can't eat it, so I have got to hide all of it. Oh yes, the flowers." He took the flowers out of the vase But then the manager went past, so Mr. Bean pretended to smell the flowers. Very nice, he said. The manager smiled and walked away. Quickly, Mr. Bean put some meat into the vase and pushed the flowers in on top of it. He looked around the table. Where next, he thought. Yes, the bread. He took his knife and cut the bread roll, and then he quickly ate the middle of it. Now he could push some meat inside the roll. He did this and then he put the roll down. He looked at the meat on his plate. There's a lot of it, he thought. Where can I hide it now? He looked at the small plate on the table. Perhaps he could hide some meat under the plate. He looked around. Nobody's watching, he thought. So he took more meat from his big plate in front of him and put it under the small plate and then pushed down hard with his hand. The waiter walked past his table. Mr. Bean smiled at him and put his arm on the plate. As the waiter went, he pushed down on the small plate again. That's better, he thought. Now you can't see the meat. Good. But there's more meat. Where can I hide it? He looked around the table. The sugar pot. He thought, but it's got sugar in it. What can I do? He thought quickly. Then he put some sugar into a wine glass. Next, he put some of the meat into the sugar pot. Then he put the sugar from the wine glass on top of it. Good, he thought. Nobody can see it in there. Suddenly, Mr. Bean could hear music. Where is that coming from, he thought. He looked around and saw a man with a violin. After a minute or two, the man came across to Mr. Bean's table and played for him. Mr. Bean smiled. That's nice, he thought. Then the man saw Mr. Bean's birthday cards and the music changed. The man started to play Happy Birthday. The people at the other tables looked round when they heard the song. Who's having a birthday? They thought. Then they saw Mr. Bean and smiled at him. Mr. Bean smiled back at them. He pretended to eat some of the meat, but he didn't put it into his mouth. The man with the violin walked around Mr. Bean's table and watched him. He played his violin and waited for Mr. Bean to eat the meat. And he waited and waited and waited. I'll have to eat some, thought Mr. Bean. He will only go away when I eat it. So he put the meat into his mouth and the man with the violin turned away to the next table. The meat was in Mr. Bean's mouth, but he didn't want to eat it. He wanted to put it somewhere. But where? He looked at the man with the violin. He moved quickly. He opened the back of the man's trouser and opened his mouth. Meat fell inside his trousers. He smiled. That's clever, he thought. The man with the violin moved round the next table. He played his song, The Man. And oh, the music was very beautiful. They listened and drank their wine. They watched the man with the violin. So their eyes weren't on Mr. Bean. Nobody's eyes were on Mr. Bean. He saw this and he had a woman's bag from the floor. He opened it and pushed some meat inside. Then he put the bag on the floor again. But when he did this, he accidentally put his foot out. The waiter walked past when some of the plates of food and he fell over Mr. Bean's foot. The plates fell onto Mr. Bean's table and onto the floor. There was a loud crash and the people around the tables looked up quickly. What happened, they said. Then they saw the waiter on the floor. Oh dear, they said. Now Mr. Bean had another idea. There was the answer to his problem. He moved very quickly. He pushed the meat from his plate onto the table with the other food. He pretended to be very angry. Look, you stupid man, he said to the waiter. Oh, look at this. The waiter got up from the floor. I'm sorry, sir, he said. I'm really sorry. The manager arrived at the table. I'm very sorry, sir, he said. Oh, the food. Yes, it's everywhere, said Mr. Bean. Look, it's in the mustard pot, it's in the bread roll, it's in the waste flowers. He took the woman's bag from the floor and it's in here. He pulled open the back of the violin paste trousers and in here. The waiter couldn't understand it. Go back to the kitchen, the manager told him, and the waiter went away. Then the manager turned to Mr. Bean. Please, sir, he said, come with me. What? Said Mr. Bean. Oh yes, all right. The manager took Mr. Bean to a clean table. Sit here, sir, he said. Mr. Bean sat down. Thank you, he said. The manager opened Mr. Bean's napkin, then he got the birthday card from the other table. He put it onto Mr. Bean's clean table. Thank you, said Mr. Bean. The man with the violin came across and played Happy Birthday to him again. Mr. Bean smiled. Now everything was all right. Now I can start again, he thought, and this time I'll do everything right. The waiter arrived at Mr. Bean's table. He put the plate in front of Mr. Bean. The manager smiled and took off the cover. Mr. Bean looked at it and he stopped, smiling, because he had seen a huge, large plate of steak tartare. There in front of him, there was a very large plate of steak tartare. Guys, everybody there, is it audible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now goes the questions to all of you here. What was the difference in this session? When I started briefing the session, this was like a narration and there were events and monologues and dialogues there. So what was the difference you felt when the session was going on? Was it normal reading the book, or were you able to feel the punctuations, commas, exclamatory marks? How was the session?
I felt you are reading with an expression, ma'am, that it's really happening.
Alright, so that means when a person is giving a narration, when you are in a live instance, for example, when you first watch the video, it would, even without having more dialogue, without having a narration, you are able to understand things. But without a video, when you're trying to explain, you people have to start imagining things. So until you have the right pronunciation, right stress at the right places, when you start empathizing on each and every vocabulary word and pronouncing it the right way, when you say, oh really, when you say with an expression on your face, oh really, as if it's happening right in front of you, that means you're trying to punctuate yourself with any kind of an expression in front of you. Okay, so when you start doing your pronunciation with an expression, with empathizing the feelings, you being in that situation and speaking, your vocabulary seems more lively. And that's the difference between written communication and verbal communication. So the today's assignment which I would give to you, all of you, would be each of you will take up a topic and have a presentation, maybe a video recording, and it should very clearly, I'll be looking at for a punctuation, pronunciations, and how you are going to highlight in the words, that is the exclamations, how you're going to have a surprise. When you're talking something that you're going to surprise somebody, when you're going to go for a birthday greeting on somebody, how are you going to make a difference when you speak? For example, Janvi, are you there in the class?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you did your cabin crew announcement sessions, right? So you were involved into the session. That's why you were in the talk. When you start speaking, you need to have more punctuation. Then a passenger who has lost his baggage, think of a valuable item, maybe a gold or maybe some important certificates or documents. They've lost their baggage, and if you are in front of a passenger like that, you cannot smile at them, and you cannot speak onto an. You cannot say, "Okay, sir, I understand." It's like a casual thing. Oh, sir, we really understand, and we are trying to best fix it. When you start empathizing a situation, the person realizes on the other end that you're really thinking and you're working out on them. Right? So, this happens when you really know how to use the stress in the right place, right locations, how lightly you speak. So, students, you people have to really work on this and always see to it the words are pronounced in the right way. It is not like small differences you need to make. I will come up with more examples tomorrow. Same like isle and island, right? I'll come up with more examples. So I want everybody to pick up a topic, write this kind of a narration or a conversation which you feel would improve your pronunciation when you're communicating with down whatever the topics you're telling to me. It is a speech given and it should have a lot of expressions and more highlighting on the pronunciation. Which topic you want to choose? It can be any topic. It can be about your Diwali festival, it can be about Rangoli, it can be about any tour or a visit to any location, it can be about a country. Let's start with Janvi. Girls education. See, I'm typing all your topics
Can I
on
take
the
a photo?
screen. You people can watch it. Girls education.
I can make
Alright. So that is Janvi's topic, and you are going to empathize it, video record it, and send it to my mail ID. I hope everybody has my mail ID, and I'll send you Mr. Bean's link where the briefing is there. You can hear it. You can see how the narration is happening, and you can implement the same in the video. Okay? Wherein this time I want to see your expressions, and as well as with the proper grooming, I want this video from you guys. The next person is Aishwarya. Aishwarya Nagaraj.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want you to tell and choose a topic for presentation.
Any topic will be fine.
Anything of your choice, it should be of your interest, in fact.
How feminism really works.
How feminism
Really works.
Alright. So that's good. Expecting a lot. The next person, Veena Krishna. Welcome, Aishwarya. Miss Veena,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
please decide on your topic? Have you decided?
Yes, ma'am. Women empowerment.
Women empowerment. I believe a lot of women are empowered right now here. So I go with Alina George next. Alina,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, a topic from your end.
Communication skill.
Really? Alright. Communication skills. Amala, Alina. Amala, Alina, are you there in the class? Yeah, can you choose your topic, please?
Technologies.
Technologies or technology?
Technology.
Technology. It's technology, right? It's not
Okay.
technologies, right? So it's not cheese, it's technology. Okay? Always be precise when you. Now, just now we are onto the session of pronunciation. I want my students to be self-realizing now where they are making mistake. You should be your first, critic. You should start identifying your mistakes because you are with yourself for a long time. You can recognize where you're making mistakes. Okay? Amla, your topic will be technology.
Okay.
Next will be Anjali Kumari. Can you please tell which topic you're choosing, Anjali?
Pollution.
I didn't hear that. Pollution. All right. I think today I think pollution is limited now because this corona people have not gone out. People still have less pollution now. Let me see what what will be your point of presentation. I wish you good luck for that. Okay, and do it with good grooming standards. All right, with comments. Welcome. Avishna Prasad, can you tell which topic you would like to present?
About my hometown, ma'am.
About your hometown.
Yes.
Okay, and can you about your hometown? All right. So may I know what's your hometown? Where is it?
Calicut, ma'am.
Calicut. You want to speak about Calicut. All right. Good. And see, try to do an interactive. There should be monologues. There should be dialogues when you start giving your presentation. Okay. All right. Then next goes Ashwin. Ashwin Nandu. Ashwin, are you there?
Yes,
with
ma'am.
us? Yeah. Why are you not switching on your video, Ashwin?
Ma'am, no.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. So tell me, what is the topic you want to choose?
Onam festival.
Onam festival. Did I get correct? Is it right? What I heard?
Yes, Onam.
Onam. It's not. It's festival. Okay. So why are you choosing Onam festival?
Yes, celebrate.
Do you like that festival so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I would like to see a good communication tomorrow. Fun, really nice. Yeah, right. Wish you good. The next person is Helen. Helen Josh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Which topic are you choosing?
About COVID-19.
Wow, wonderful. So, is it going to be something like a
Oh, yes, oh,
no,
yes, ma'am.
give me a break. Is it now?
No, ma'am, your audio is clear. Can't hear
Is
it.
it now? Hello.
We can't hear anything, ma'am.
Is it Nimisha and Helen only, or everybody is having the same problem? Perfect. Okay, so Helen is choosing COVID-19 as a topic. So we would like to hear a news kind of a communication, or how are you planning it, Helen? What kind of a speech you're planning? Is it going to be a general news model presentation, or how are you planning it? Will it be a narration on any incident that happened on a COVID, or what kind of a session it would be? Narration of any incident. Okay, fair enough. Good. Nimisha, next it's you.
Ma'am, I also want to choose women empowerment.
Okay. Women empowerment. Alright, let's keep it this way. Women empowerment, entrepreneurial women empowerment. You can choose that kind of.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
can I
tell me.
choose caste discrimination?
Okay. Speak something positive. Always. Okay. See, whenever you're choosing a topic, even if you're going for an interview, they ask you to speak on any topic, on a live topic or a hot discussion. Always try to be an optimist, because they always try to check this criteria, how you look at things. So whenever you want to see yourself, it is not only for an interview, even in your day-to-day lifestyle. If anybody asks you about something, try to see always in a positive way. Always seeing the negative part is very good, but to the others, always ensure that you show you're a positive thinker, right? What will be the positive things in this particular situations? What will be the positive things you can see? Okay. People said COVID-19 has come and made people life more easier. People are working from home, being more with families. There is a positive part, there is a negative part. So we cannot say everything is a negative thing. We have seen that there is technology divisions after this COVID. So people have started interacting right from their home location. People are investing more time to make sure they are healthy, they're following a healthy lifestyle. So there are a lot of other changes which have occurred in this COVID phase. It's not only that people are seeing the negative part, like what are the things that are happening, right? If until unless you people are maintaining your everyday routine, hygiene, personal hygiene, and maintaining what are the necessary criteria you have to maintain at your let's say wherever you go, use a sanitizer, use your masks on time. So in that case, people are always safe. So COVID-19 has taught people to be more hygiene, has taught people to use less make less pollution. We have seen betterment across the world. So see things positively rather than cast discrimination. Nimisha, can you choose something better, something positive? Discrimination itself is a negative word. Sorry?
So I'll go with women empowerment.
Caste discrimination. Instead of that, why can't you talk about the necessity of right skills?
Okay, ma'am, fine.
Choose some other simpler topic. It may not be a bigger topic. Choose a simple topic. Take hospitality. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Talk about hospitality.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright.
So, the next person, Parvati. Yes, your topic, Parvati.
Gender equality.
Gender equality. Very nice. So, you'll have a lot
Very
of
positive.
debates happening. Tomorrow, we'll also do some debate session with Parvati. Parvati, tomorrow, whenever you're present, there will be people interfering in your session. I'll give the freedom to the students. Okay?
But it
All
should be
right.
okay.
Then wish you good luck on that. Yeah,
I'm
it will be an
positive.
interactive session. It's a good one. It's not that it should be positive. Facts can be there, but it is the way you present it, Parvati. When you are looking into things, you have to quote the facts, but you have to quote how people can overcome the facts. A positive face can be also quoted. That's how you can portray yourself that you are a good a leader. Always quote what is good for betterment. He will not say that you are this, you're bad, you're good, you are not doing good. Nobody is going to discriminate. If you're discriminating somebody, if you're putting somebody down, then you are not a good leader. A person who identifies the scarcity of skills, and then who is ensuring that they will lead the others, they will guide the others. They will be the people who will be the leaders. True leaders always lead the team in the right way, not by criticizing the team. So in terms of gender equality, you can talk about the facts and let between the rest. So after Parvati, who is the next person? Celsia. Celsia, your topic, please.
Yes, ma'am. Aviation future.
All right.
Future of aviation.
Aviation, the global future.
Yeah, okay.
All right, aviation, the global future. And then we have the next person is Sandhya. Sandhya, which is the topic you're planning to choose?
More recycling.
Recycling. Fair enough. Good one.
Yes.
And then Shubham. Shubham, the next topic.
My topic is on International Men's Day.
All right. So there we get the manpower. It's nice. International Men's Day. All right. So how did you celebrate it, Shubham? All right. Get the answers tomorrow. After Shubham, it's Sona. Can you tell your topic, please? Nipah virus. All right. That was a very big incident in Kerala, right? Because of Nipah virus. Srihari. The next topic. The next topic, please.
Playing game.
Sorry?
Importance of playing game. Importance of playing game.
Importance of playing games. Wonderful. It's not video games, I believe. Okay, anything. Sahiti,
Yes, ma'am, I choose
topic from your end.
Anything international.
Wow. Umrah, your next topic, please.
Ma'am,
Umrah,
pollution.
can you tell me your topic?
Yes, ma'am. Pollution.
Pollution.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pollution before and after COVID. That will be your topic.
Ma'am, before.
Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. And Veena? Already you've given about empowerment. Vaishnav? Yeah, Vaishnav, can you please tell me which topic you would like to present tomorrow?
Child labor.
Child labor. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
good topic. You can also discuss about what are the betterments that have happened. Okay,
Okay.
positive points.
Okay.
All right, so that's all we go. So the topics are finalized. I wish you good luck. You should have a proper script tomorrow. I will be seeing it might be in a PPT or however it might be. The script should be written, and the recording should be submitted. So I am just posting my mail ID. I hope everybody knows my mail ID, but still, I would like to put it in the chat box, my mail ID, so that I want every video before the session. Yeah, I am just putting across my mail ID there. Yes, so everybody should submit their videos by 1 o'clock, before 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we can initiate the session. Yeah, who is that?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Vaishnav? Was it Vaishnav or Veena?
It's Aishwarya.
Who has a doubt?
Aishwarya.
Is it Aishwarya? Okay. Yeah, Aishwarya. Tell me what
Can I
doubt you have.
include slides? Can I include
Yes, Aishwarya.
slides like pictures in my presentation?
Tell me what doubts you
Can I
have.
include slides in my
You
presentation,
can.
ma'am?
Definitely. Definitely you can.
There's... Thanks, ma'am. Thank you.
Alright. Any other doubts, guys?
Ma'am, duration of the video.
It can be maximum 5 to 8 minutes. That's it. Not more than 5 to 8 minutes. Is it all clear, all of you?
Yes, guys.
So we are going to continue tomorrow the same session. So I'll leave it to you. You have a lot of time till 1 o'clock. So I expect a very good video and very good grooming first and foremost in the video, and also good scripting. Seeing all these good things, don't forget the pronunciation part. The main important aspect is the pronunciation, which we are going to work out, and how we are going to vary the stress on the words when we start speaking. Alright? So guys, any other questions to me?
Hello, ma'am. Please give me email ID. One more.
It's mentioned in the chat, here in the chat to the side. You can see it is nhops@ainfulcampus.com.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah? So I'm sending it. It's nhops@ainfulcampus.com.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright guys. So have a good evening and start working on your
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, whenever I tried to send any video or
Okay.
presentation, that's
If
the
you
email
face
ID.
this problem, kindly ping me in the
I
group
always face the same problem.
of Mumbai students. I will take care of the rest. Okay? All right.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
And in case if you are unable to send the video, you can even write me an email and I will help you to attach the video to the G. Okay? Just send me an email that ma'am I am unable to attach the video. Just send me a word mail and I will try to help you out. Emailing is a good option. You can build up the practice from now on. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. I will. Thank you.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Ma'am, we should send audio or video or both.
It is for pronunciation part. We are mainly working on pronunciation. So the video will be there to see how good you maintain your face expressions. But the most important part of this video is your verbal communication, how you are pronouncing. So audio is mandatory.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
We will see the pleasantness in your face and your body language also. We can help you. Okay? You can make the video better according to your talent. Alright?
Okay, ma'am.
Study the script by
Any other
heart.
doubt?
Should you
Yes,
study
I
the
should.
script by heart or can
You
you
can read the script, that's not a problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Not required, not required at all. You can just read it. It should not be like manual reading the way it's boring and all. It should have expressions when you read. Keep that in mind when you do the video. Okay? Any other questions?
Ma'am, actually I have joined the classes so late.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, actually I have joined the classes so late. Then what about the before classes?
You will be getting the classes, either the recorded sessions will be given to you and there will be a revision of the offline classes happening for you at Hyderabad. Don't worry. According to the batches, we will do it.
Thank you.
Okay? Alright. So Ashwin, expecting better video this time. And this time you are going to speak. It's not you're going to send me a recorded video. I want you to speak with lot of expressions in it. Okay, Ashwin? Alright. So see you guys tomorrow. I will close the session for the day. And if people can log in, 1 o'clock I'll have all the students sending me and ensure you participate because tomorrow first half an hour we will go through the variations in the pronunciation like the one I have taken today, and then after the half an hour classes we will start this kind of discussion. Tomorrow will not be a complete discussion day. First half an hour we'll have discussion and then we'll go for the presentation. Yes. Yes, tell me please.
Ma'am, what should we have to present in PPT?
Any script, that's what I'm asking you to have a speech written on a particular topic. And the speech should be in the form of a conversation. This is the topic, please be clear all of you, it should be in the form of a conversation and it should highlight your surprise, your expressions. So the sample speech. So what I would do is, I will even send you the link of the Mr. Bean's conversation for your reference. So it will help you to write out. I'll send it in the chat right now. Okay? Fair enough?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Any other doubts you people have? So once again I'm repeating based on the topic you people have chosen, it will be a presentation which will highlight your pronunciation, your expressions, and it will be in the form of a verbal communication, not a written English. Keep that in mind when you're writing this script for you to speak. Any other question, guys? Okay. Yeah, tell me please.
I will put my number.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Tell me.
Add me in WhatsApp group, ma'am. I send you my number.
Alright, Srihari, I'll do that. Don't leave your numbers like that in the chat. You people should not do it. You have to speak to your concerned academic departments who are coordinating with you. They will explain you what are the rules and everything. Don't don't leave your contact numbers like that. It is not right. It is a part of discussion. If you have anything, write us an email. We have given you the email. Any request will be given in emails. Don't leave your contact numbers like this. It's not according to the SOPs of the campus. You should not do this.
I tried talking to the admin about this because me and Shah, we are not able to. I mean, we are not. we're
No,
not
you would not be because mostly the group we are not including the students in the group because you people are from varied branches and they will be, if anything is there, please do an email communication. It's not necessary you should be a part of the WhatsApp groups. You people are getting the timely information through emails or if it is necessary, otherwise contact the right point for any additional information to be written, write us an email. Right now I have given you the email ID. Please write us an email. We will try to sort it out in the right time. WhatsApp is not an official communication mode at all. We don't want to encourage any students on WhatsApp. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
So ensure that you minimize your WhatsApp communication because people are forgetting to communicate. WhatsApp smileys they send, they forget to smile. That's what people say. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
of you? So
Yes,
try
ma'am.
to smile heartfully, not on WhatsApp smileys. Here goes the link I am pasting and never leave your contact numbers again onto the group. Okay? And thank you for the session. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Say it just in his eye. Hold your head high. Here we go. Here we go. Sky is so high. Here we go. Don't know how to fly. Here we go. Aim for is here to make you fly. I'm gonna